Hey you guys, Desmond here,
And Creature.
and welcome back to the channel. And today we are here to discuss RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 16, Episode 9. We're more than halfway. Almost done. We're down to the top 7. And I'm assuming we're not going to do a Lollapalooza this year because it would make more sense to do it with the queens from 8 to 10. Like doing it at 7 or below, which we know is not going to happen next week because of the previews. So doing it with 6 and below, that would be, wouldn't fill a full episode. So I guess we're not getting a Lollapalooza. I'm sad about that. Ever since we started doing them, that's been my favorite thing about the seasons. And you would, hey, it is what it is at this point. But before we get into this week's episode, I just want to remind everyone real quickly to like, comment, and subscribe. We are super, super close to our goal of 1,000 subscribers, and we would love to reach it by July. So, if you will be a dear, go ahead and press that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any post that we make, okay? Okay. So, what did we think of this design challenge episode, the episode altogether?
It was a pretty decent episode.
It was a pretty decent episode. I understand why there's another design challenge because y'all got to remember they shot this during the strike, and I had a feeling this season would have a few more design challenges than normal. It's giving very what was it, season 3 that had like 6 design challenges that season. It's giving very much that. But honestly, I enjoy it because, I don't think sewing defines a queen, but I think you should be able to put together a look. Regardless if you glue it, sew it. You could tape it together for all I care. You just need to be able to put together a look.
Right.
But yeah, so I enjoyed this episode. At times it was a little, dragging. But that's because we're starting to window down and there's less queens. So it's just kind of like, okay.
And a lot of the drama queens are, going home.
No, they still here. The 2 main ones are still here at least. But let's go ahead and get into this Gigi Anna. So we start off the episode after Tsunami's elimination. They come in and they're quite emotional. You could tell that Tsunami was loved. Because baby, even Plain was hurt. And Plain,
right.
Baby, what's
was coming for everybody.
She has an ice cold heart, as Kim Petras would say. But yeah, she was a little emotional. I'm like, okay, we're feeling a little sad. All right, let me adjust my camera because it cut off a piece of my head. All right, so once they sat down on the couch, they congratulated Plain for getting her win. But a lot of people, Maya, believed that Saphira should have won the challenge. I also am in that ballpark
Category.
I'm finna say Plain Jane did great, so like I said, I'm not upset. It's not the end of the world, but it's just like, and even Saphira's like, I haven't won a challenge since season 1. I haven't won a challenge since the first episode.
Right.
And there's people here with 2 wins, so I need to step it up. If you want to be somebody, girl, you better step it up. You better step it. So we go into the next day in the workroom. And also, can we, real quick, while they're sitting here at the table, are you noticing how messy Dawn is? Okay, I thought it was just me, but I got online and I saw some other people saying it too. And I'm like, Plain is still, Plain. But, you gotta keep your eye on Dawn because there was 2 times this episode I'm like, oh, you being messy.
Messy.
The first one was at the beginning when she was like, everyone was shocked, Nymphia, when you were announced saved. We were all like, I'm like, girl, what, did you need to say that?
She's like, we were gagged.
And then the other one was later in the episode where she led Plasma in the wrong direction.
Oh, God,
I'm sitting there, I'm like, no, Plasma, stay in your lane. Do what you do. I guarantee you would have made it through if you would have just did what you normally do.
Yeah, because anytime you change on Drag Race, especially if you make like a really drastic, like 360 or 180, they're like, nah, we
But
don't
yeah,
like
we
it.
see you, Miss Dawn. We love you, but we see you. We
Hmm.
see you. Plain's more upfront with it. Dawn's like around the corner with it, like. But all right, we see you, Miss Dawn. Which I'm really shocked she hasn't got a win yet. Like Dawn has done so well in this competition and still haven't got a win.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, all right, okay, but let's get into it.
Winning.
So the alarm goes off. RuPaul comes up, gives the room mail, enters the workroom, and announces that we're doing a mini challenge. I love one thing I'm loving about season 16. They're doing more mini challenges. I think this is the most mini
Hmm.
challenges they've done in a season in a while.
They hurt us.
They must have heard me because every week I'm like, no mini challenge,
No mini
no mini.
challenge.
The episodes are an hour and a half. We can't spare 5 minutes for a mini challenge. I mean, what? What? Like, can we have a little something? Can I have a little butter for my bread, please? Just a
Nope.
little bit.
Nope.
But they're doing a spit take. So the spit crew comes out in their raincoats and their mops, which I thought was pretty funny. And they have
I love how the boots match the underwear.
yes, I thought that like whoever's in charge of the costumes, give them a raise for that because they did that.
Hmm.
Um, so they have 25 minutes to get in a quick comedy drag, and they have to do a spit take. So this is the little setup. The he. I'm sorry, he.
Hmm.
And then I got a screenshot of all the spit cams. And they announced that Nymphia was the winner of this mini challenge. Did you agree with her winning?
Um, I don't know. Like, I could see it, but there were some where I was like,
To me, I think Q did the best spit take. Because the rest,
mhm.
sometimes you saw it kind of pour out. But when you do a spit take, it gotta be, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For those who used to watch wrestling back in the early 2000s, back when Triple H would drink the water and go, that's what they want. That's what they want. And to me, I think
Hmm.
Nymphia did do a good job, but honestly, I thought Q's, and like her reaction afterwards, like hers was the one that was, oh, Plain Jane is the winner of Miss Congeniality. And her reaction afterwards, I just think it all just, I was like, look at Q. Look at Q. But we find out Nymphia won, and she got $2,500. RuPaul then announces that this week's Maxi Challenge is yet again another design challenge where they must design a neo goth look. And I'm like, okay, I am intrigued. I am intrigued. I am sitting. I am listening. My ears are open.
Yes,
You
because I
lo-
don't know what neo goth is.
Well, she explained it. She was like, it was like Morticia Adams meets Mugler.
Mm.
But you know how Yolanda opens her heart. I opens my eyes when it's time for a neo goth look. I'm like, okay, what we doing? I'm listening. So the queens, this is all the fabric that they had. At least they got actual fabric, and it's not, unconventional materials.
Right.
So at least they got actual fabric. Is there any fabric that caught your eye in any of these screenshots that you would have been like, ooh, I think I would have went for that?
Well, let's see. There's lots because there's the polka dots, the two different polka dots.
You know how I feel about polka
There's the
dots.
herring. I know how you feel about polka dots. There's the herringbone.
See, that's what
Um,
caught my eye automatically, and I'm like, but I'm not sure.
the only thing is I didn't want to give like Bob the drag queen vibes.
That's the only thing, because when I see that, I automatically think Bob. Like, that, I know that's not Bob's signature thing, but that's Bob.
Right. Because, like, Bob did it for a whole season of
Pit stop.
Pit Stop.
So it's just like, yeah. So we're moving on. They are getting their material. They're getting stuff together. And honey, let's go ahead and get to this main stage. No need to pussyfoot about it, all right? So We are on the main stage and we have Mother RuPaul here. What do you think of Ru's look this week?
I don't want to be like overcritical. Like I like it, but there's just something about it. I'm kind of like about. I think it's just the multitude of colors.
I like this look. I love the shimmery. I love the combination of the colors. This is one of the better looks for me that RuPaul has given this season.
Mm.
So the category is. Oh, well, I forgot we got to introduce the judges. We're joined this week by Michelle Visage, Carson Kressley, and our special guest judge, Kaya Gerber. I'm so glad she checked Michelle during deliberations when they were talking about Nymphia's look. She's like, I've been on multiple runways and and I had a veil on and I could barely walk in my gown. And I'm like, yes, thank you. Thank you. Somebody tell Michelle to hush. Somebody tell her to hush. So I love you just for that alone. So now, the category is See You Next Wednesday.
I was like, that doesn't say anything. It says, "Come."
Oh, it's just a play on, Wednesday Addams.
I know. Instead of it being "See you next Tuesday."
Yeah, and I'm like, I thought it was cute. I'm like, and plus, as you can see, it was black and white here. At first, I thought the whole runway was going to be like this. I was like, oh, I'm finna gag if they do this, the whole runway. But no, they turned it on. I'm like, dang it, you could have gave it to us in black and white. I would have been quite happy.
It wouldn't have made much of a difference.
That part. So, up first, we have Plain Jane. What do you think of Plain's look?
You know, I don't honestly think it's any different for Plain. Like, she does the same silhouette. The only thing she did different was she had things hanging off of it.
I liked it. Like I said, when it comes to design challenges, I'm not expecting anything different. Honestly, if you could just make a garment that does not fall apart while you're walking down the runway, you already get an A from me, okay? But for this garment, I thought she looked good. Honestly, I love everything about this except for the hair. I'm like, this would have really, I would have picked like a big like 80s glam rock type hair to go with this. I feel like the wig belongs with a different outfit. It
might have put a different outfit, but that's what she had on her. So
yeah. So for me, this gets like an A minus. I thought this was really good. What is your score?
I'd say like a B plus.
Okay. I can get jiggy with that. Up next is Maya Iman LePage.
The belch.
I thought this look was decent.
Yeah.
I thought it was put together well. Saphira, you owe Saphira forever. Although it didn't stop you from lip syncing. Like, you owe Saphira so much. We can go ahead and talk about it.
And honestly, I think if she would have added a little something extra to it, besides
to me, it's the top of the dress that's lacking something. I believe it was Michelle who said maybe if it was a V cut, or maybe it was Carson. Who knows?
It was both of them said something about her neckline. Like her and Rue and Carson all said something about the neckline.
And also that lace in the back. I wish the whole gown was made out of that lace. I think that would have been so stunning. And not just the back of the gown.
I think it would have been better had the whole gown been
and if she was able to make sleeves, I think that's what's throwing me off too. This needs a sleeve.
It needs sleeves.
It needs a sleeve. But go ahead.
I do agree about the neckline, because me being a bigger person, just like she's a bigger person, and she's built. Hold on, sorry. We're built similarly, like big barrel bodies, unfortunately, and that's the reason why, like, I don't like things up here. I don't like things to go on my neck because it looks weird. So I'm like, oh, okay, we'll just go with something that shows a little something right here. And it don't have to be like ostentatious or like overly done where it's like showing all your boobage. or but just a little something just to give you a neckline, because you're a man with no neck and you need to make yourself one.
But for me, I would say this is a solid B minus. I would give this a B minus here.
Yeah, B minus, C plus. That's the range for me.
So let's go
Most of it, I
ahead
just needed
and
something else.
discuss. It's been a big discord online about the fact that she got help from Saphira. A lot of people think
Hmm.
she cheated by getting help from Saphira. And for me, I'm like, you must not have ever watched the show.
Right.
There has been queens who've won design challenges or balls and had help. The first person that comes to my mind is BB Zahara Benet in All Stars 3. Aja helped her with her outfit and she won.
Right.
And then she sent Aja home, which I was like, damn, sis. She helped you with your garment.
Right.
You couldn't even save her? But anyway. Because I'm big on that. Like, you help me, I'm going to help you. So, like, you help me put this together. So I'm not sending you home. But anyway. Um,
Right.
but yeah, like there's been queens helping each other for the longest, and nobody's ever gotten in trouble for it. It's not in the rules saying you can't get
You
help.
can't receive help. You just can't wear pre-bought things. That's why
That's
an
all.
earlier queen went home.
That's all. So like y'all chill. Like a lot of people are mad at the conclusion of that lip sync, but
Yeah.
we will talk about it later. But yeah, man, this is a pretty decent look. Pretty decent. I liked it. Up next is Dawn. What do you think of Dawn's look here?
I like Dawn's look.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I- it's lacking something, like just a little bit for me.
So
But other than that, I like it.
with Dawn's look, I think it's constructed beautifully. I
Right.
think the silhouette is great. I'm glad to see the elf ears are back.
Mm-hmm.
I agree about all the praise that she got from the judges.
Right.
I just
Right.
don't like it. Like I think it's a taste thing. I don't it doesn't fit my taste. But like
Right.
as a design challenge, you did amazing. Like check check
Right.
check.
It's couture.
Like you did the assignment. It's just my personal taste. I don't like it.
Right.
Like I would still have her in the top this week because she did great. But it's just like I personally don't like this, and it's from the waist down. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's yeah. I don't like what she did.
You don't like the hoops.
I think that's what's throwing me off here is the hoops.
I think it's the way that the hoops are constructed, because they're out and then they're in. And I think if it had just been solid hoops out, I still think you wouldn't have liked it, because then I wouldn't have liked it.
But yeah,
But
I think she did a great job. This still gets an A minus for me just from the construction alone. She did the assignment.
right. Yeah, she gets a solid A from me.
So let's move on to Morphine Love Dion. So, what do you think of Morphine's look here?
This. Like I, I don't I don't understand some of the critiques she got, like some of the negative ones. I think they're just like splitting hairs at this point. Like, you didn't give me what I wanted. But other than that, I thought she looked gorgeous. I got her point of view and her perspective. I see the Elvira, I see the Morticia in it. It seems like something I would have tried to do, and did way poorer than this.
Yeah, I felt like the judges were extremely harsh on this. I thought she did a great job here. It looks good. I love the silhouette. The hair and makeup, as always, stamped for the gods.
Hmm.
I give this a solid A. I thought this was great.
Yes, that's A plus to me.
Oh.
I love the asymmetry of it.
I do like the asymmetry of it all as well. Up next, we have Miss Plasma. You know, I'm gonna let you go first on this one too. What you think about Miss Plasma here?
Yeah, this looks like what it practically is, something thrown together at the last minute. Like, it doesn't seem to have a cohesive thought to it at all. And it was like, okay, I have this material I haven't used and this material I haven't used. I would have much rather her come out in something that looked 1940s, 1950s
That part, I
ish,
wish she would have stuck with her original concept.
and still been, because you could have did rockabilly Morticia. It didn't have to be the slinky gown.
Like, you could have gave old school witch, old school vampire. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Look, even if you just gave us like Grease Lightning realness, which was the 1950s version of goth, with the leather pants and the little halter top, I'd have been like, I get it. That's technically goth.
This is the only look on this runway that I just did not like.
Yeah. It
Um,
had no redeeming qualities to it.
it really didn't, and I hate that she listened to Dawn. She got in her
Mhm.
head, she stepped out of her comfort zone, and sometimes that could be a good thing. But here it didn't really work.
It didn't read
Like, if
very
you were
well
gonna
at
step
all.
out your comfort zone, you still could have gave us, something, fashionable.
Mhm.
But yeah, what score do you give this? I'm gonna let you score this one first.
This is a D.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Cause I'm giving it an F.
Okay, I agree.
Nah, you already gave her a D. Nope, you already gave her a D. You can't change your mind. I'm the mean one, okay? I said F.
Okay, I'll be good cop.
Yeah, like, this is a no for me, dog. Like, it's
No
a
for me, dog.
it's a no for me, dog, okay? Up next is Saphira Cristal. Mother, mother, mother. What did you think of this look?
I like everything but that wig.
Explain yourself.
I don't like the wig. 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 Like, everything else is great. I love the dress. I love the construction. I love what could basically, in essence, be like black blood just pouring out the side of the dress. Um, I don't know, just wig. But I get the point of view because it looks like the hair from Beetlejuice.
For me, I love this silhouette. And the fact that she made this and practically made Maya's garment,
Mhm.
like, come through. Because a lot of queens that help out, their garments suffer for it. But she still looks
Exactly.
amazing here. I love the hair, the makeup, the silhouette. I love the story. She does a really good job at capturing the character on the runway
Mhm.
as well. So, like, I really enjoyed this. This gets an A plus for me. What do you give it?
D- Double A plus for me.
Like, this was amazing. Okay. Up.
Yes, and I love the fact that she brought like butcher paper form for all of her outfits and was like, I can just do this top part right here and then just this is be the bottom. This is what the bottom will look like. Oh, we can go with this. Yeah.
Baby, I'm gonna bring as much assistance as I can when I walk through that door, okay? Alright, up next is Nymphia Wynn, darling. Um, I really enjoyed this look. I thought she looked stunning. I really loved the silhouette. I understood the story. It didn't bother me that she could barely walk. And you can see her face clearly just fine.
Mhm.
This was amazing. One of my favorites of the night. This gets a A plus for me. An A plus. What did you think?
I love how Nymphia be playing with their head.
Baby, I don't fall
And
for that
the-
shit no more. And, like,
I
even
mean,
they're over it too. They're like, baby, we're not falling for it. Quit.
exactly. Oh, I'm so just the willful just negligence and
Like, everybody's in the
the
confessional like, Nymphia, we don't believe you, girl.
willful incompetence, malicious incompetence. Like, come on, we understand now. Like, you know how to sew, and then now you've just laid all your cards out on the table. Oh, I went to design school. Because you was sitting here and you was dancing and prancing around everybody else, and you waited till you got into your hotel room to be like,
Or she could have did in the workroom. They just didn't show it to us, so
exactly.
they could still
But
play up that. Oh, like baby, we know, we know,
mhm. But
we know.
I love this, and I think the fact that she couldn't walk was perfect, honestly, because it made it look cartoonish in like the best way.
Like for me, when I say A+, I mean 100. Like
Yeah, A plus
100.
100.
Yeah, yeah. Like Saphira was like a good like 97, but Nymphia 100. Like this was
Mm-hmm.
immaculate,
Big old circlet on her head, and then like the face when you could see it,
stunning,
uh, painted to the
stunning.
gods. Like, oh, you paint very well.
So moving on to Q. What did you think of Q's look here?
I'm not gonna lie. It's very well constructed, but I did not like it.
Oh, I really enjoyed this look. I don't really care for the polka dots, and I know
Yeah, I know
I
you
know
hate
that's a
polka dots.
personal taste, but like I feel like it's constructed well. Like that jacket. Did I get a back of this jacket? Let me see. Yeah,
I don't
like
think
look
so.
at that. Like you can't see, but like the bow, like all the dots. Like she really put in some work on this here jacket, honey. But to me, it's lacking the
Gothicness.
no, because it gives gothic. It doesn't give what neo goth like Morticia meets Mugler. Like it's missing the fashion element for it to me. It goes more
Mm-hmm.
into the element of camp. And don't get me wrong, I
Right.
think it's great, but it's not fully the assignment. But this jacket is amazing.
Right.
Like my God, like one thing she don't play about is that sewing machine.
Mm-hmm.
She don't play about that sewing machine. Like I need some tips. Ooh, okay. So for me, I'm going to give this an A.
I give it an A.
Yeah, like it doesn't
Even
fully
though
hit
I
the assignment for me, but like she did a good job. Like constructed well.
yeah, like I'm not hating on the garment. The garment is what the garment is. It's just for some weird reason, like you said, personal taste. I see it somewhere else, but not the way that she styled it.
So we have all these amazing queens up here. Who had your favorite look this week?
I'm gonna say Nymphia.
I agree. Nymphia had my favorite look, hands down. So, for the first time this season, everyone's getting critiqued.
Yay.
Yay! Honestly, they did it a week early because you normally the top sevens when I'm like just keep them all on the stage. 7 people ain't that much, but they said no, we
Mhm.
got time. We gonna do all y'all.
Mhm.
We got plenty. Excuse me. We got plenty of time. All right. So in the top we had Q, we had Nymphia Win, and we had Dawn. And in the bottom we had Morphine Love Dion, Maya Iman LePage, and Plasma, with Saphira and Plain Jane holding those safe spots. Do you agree? Oh, also, um, not Plasma, Plain Jane didn't use her potion, so now she has to use it next week.
Yeah.
So, do you agree with the tops and bottoms?
I agree with the tops and bottoms, but not necessarily with who won.
I agree. I feel bad Morphine's in the bottom, but you can't switch her out with anybody.
Right.
You possibly could do plain, but like, no,
No.
no, no. I agree. Now the win went to Q. Do you agree?
Mhm. No.
I think Nymphia should have got the win this week.
Me too.
Me too. Like, I'm not upset that Q got the win because she did amazing. Like
Yeah,
I
like
said,
it was very well constructed.
that baby knows her way around the sewing machine.
Mm-hmm.
But when she said, "Q, you're the winner," I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, but you guys were, and I think it was just Michelle's little nitpick about not being able to see Nymphia's face, but
Oh,
Nymphia
honey, when
made
she said
sure.
that, I had an idea. I'm like, watch them give this to Q. Like, as soon as she said that in the judges' deliberation part, I'm like, oh,
Mm,
that's why I'm glad Kyra, having said her name, checked her. Baby, I don't walk down a lot of runways where you couldn't see me or I could barely walk. That doesn't change the
right,
fact that it's fashion. Because it's
exactly.
what? Fashion, okay? But we find.
Because like she made a point to like look at them and lift it and be like, "See my face."
Yeah. So we find out that the bottom two is Plasma and Maya Iman LePage.
Yep,
Do you
yep.
agree?
For different reasons, but yes.
Yeah, I hate it because, like I said, everyone did good except for Plasma.
Yeah.
So honestly, this could have been like a top 2 episode for me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is a good time to do it, but at the same time, I'm like, no, let's keep the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
Because
know.
we haven't had a double save yet,
Yeah,
have
like,
we?
and I know it's coming. And at first, I thought they were going to do it this episode. I really did. And I'm like, are they going to wait till the end like they did with Anitra and Mistress and, the final episode? Oh, for the first time this season, Shantae, you both stay. So it's just like, we're in that ballpark. We know it's happening. Like, we know what's going to
Mm-hmm.
come. Go ahead and give it to us.
Right.
Go ahead and give it to us. But we find out that they lip sync to Bloody Mary, the Wednesday Dance TikTok version
Mm-hmm.
by Lady Gaga. What did you think of this lip sync?
Uh, I don't know what Plasma was doing.
I don't know
It was
either.
another. It was one of those situations where she was just trying so hard to be a little monster and like a pop star at the same time that it got lost in the sauce. And then Maya was just like, I'm gonna just do me. And I think that's why she keeps winning, is because every time she goes up there, she just goes up there and just has fun. As opposed to everybody else is so just like, no, I need to do this thing. And yeah.
Let me tell you, when she did this duck walk into a spin, into a dip, I almost fell off my couch. When I tell you I almost fell off my couch, I'm like, my God. And then the rose petals into the little beanie thing she had on, I'm like, I'm gonna let it slide because there needs to be another wig or something under there. I'm gonna let it slide because you eating her up, okay?
Yes.
You eating her up. Like, ate her for, and she didn't have on a panty. I'm like, ma'am, you gotta make sure, if you knew you were gonna get out here and baby, run back there and put on some panties real quick. Just real quick. Be like, hold on, I need to go get some panties because I'm finna be showing y'all my ass literally. So let me go put on some panties real quick. Some boy shorts, something. But we found out that the winner was Maya Iman LePage. Do you agree?
Yeah. She
I
ate
do
her
as
for
well.
breakfast, lunch, dinner.
There is another discourse going on online
Yeah, I saw that.
saying that Maya should have went home because this was Maya's third time in the bottom and Plasma has 2 wins. She was a front runner. She shouldn't have went home. And all Maya does is flip. And I call BS on that because she didn't
She
flip in the
won one
flowers lip
without
sync.
flipping.
Yeah. And one thing about Maya that's different from any other lip sync assassin that we've had, each performance she has given has been different.
Different.
Like, she's giving you a different energy. She is embodying the song differently.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to call out previous people, but the reason why they went home when they did is, oh yeah, they're doing impressive stuff. We've seen it.
Right.
We've seen it. And it's just like, okay, what else do you got, honey? And Maya has shown multiple times that she has different bags up her trick. That came out
Yeah.
wrong.
different
tricks
tricks.
in her bag. There we go. And it's just like, oh, it has been a huge discourse about, oh no, Plasma should have stayed. It's not about the lip sync at the end of the day. It's called a lip sync for your life. Honestly, this should have happened when Amanda and Q lip synced earlier this season. Mm-hmm. Amanda should have stayed because she won that lip sync. That's why there for a second I thought Plasma was going to win this. I'm like, they're finna play in our face again. Watch them. Watch them.
Right.
And they were like, nah, we already did it once. We even do it again. Honey. Honey. And I was just like, girl, y'all really need to calm down. Mm-hmm. Y'all really do. It's a lip sync for your life.
Right.
Sorry your fave couldn't lip sync for her life. And honestly, I've seen performances of Plasma online. She can lip sync. She's a really good one. But I just don't think this song was the best
fit
for her. Yeah.
I mean,
honestly, I wouldn't even think Maya would do great with this song. But then it started and I'm like, oh, okay. Shut me up. Because as soon as the song started playing, I'm like, oh, this is not going to be a good lip sync. This is not going to be
you
a
know
good
what?
lip sync.
I was honestly afraid because, like, Maya was really just feeling herself.
Baby.
I'm not going to have to lip sync. I know the song, but I'm not going to have to lip sync.
Baby, I thought she was Nicki and Beyonce for a second because she was feeling herself.
Feeling herself.
I was like, wait a minute, girl. Bring that down. Knock that down.
Exactly. Humble it just a little bit because you never know. You
never know in these streets, honey. But baby, she got out there and showed the world what she could do. I can't wait to meet Maya. Like, I can't wait. Because there's a good chance, usually the current queens are at DragCon. So, I am going to find her booth as well as others. I need to add her to my list of people that I need to go see. But yeah, my goodness. It's just like, I can't wait for the height difference because I know she's really short. And for those... And for those who don't know, I am 6'10". That's not a joke. I'm not joking, bitch. I'm really 6'10". I tower over lot of people.
If you've paid attention to our Desmond and LaCresha Instagram, you will see not only our height difference, but the height difference between him and the queens from last year's.
Yes, and especially if you go to mine, Simply Desmond, all the pictures are there. And I'm towering over some of the taller queens in 6-inch heels. I remember when I walked up to Cheddar Gorge, she's like, oh, for once I feel short. I love it. Because, Cheddar's a tall person. So. Yeah. I'm like, yes, honey, I'm here to make you feel short, okay? And I'm glad I'm here to help with that, all right? But anyway, y'all trolls online, your fave lost. Be mad. It's called a lip sync for your life. And here's my thing. If Maya would have lost that lip sync, I would, there wouldn't be a mumbling word going on.
It would have been crickets.
But yeah. And people are like, oh, well, how many times can a person lip sync before they get sent home? And don't get me wrong, that is a valid argument because I do feel like, okay, I've given you 3 chances and you're back here in the bottom.
Right. I mean, and that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, but to me...
This was undeniably...
In Maya's case, I think the lip syncs are a saving grace for her because she's finally showing that personality and, her self that the judge has been asking for. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword because I actually agree with that sentiment. Like, you've been here 3 times. Like, clearly you're not getting it. So why should I keep you here?
Yep. And it's like, oh, that's why I'm keeping you.
Because that used to be the thing on Drag Race. After that 3rd lip sync, no matter how good you did, you going to the house. But we're seeing it more and more that that's not the case. It's happening more and more. I'm excited to see what Maya's going to do next week in this performance-based challenge. Honestly, she could get another win. I wouldn't be mad at it. But anyway, we have to say goodbye to Miss Plasma. Now listen, if she ever decides to do an All Stars versus the World, whatever situation, they better be scared when she walked through the door. Because she was already together 2 wins. And I actually agree with both of those wins she got. And she came in as a fully prepared package. Let her get a few more coins in her pocket. Y'all gonna be y'all ain't gonna be able to handle it whenever she decides to walk back through. And honestly, I can see Plasma being one of those ones that come back immediately.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Monet Exchange and Mo Hart did. Kind of like how Jan did. I can see them, if they get the call, to be like, yeah, I'm coming right back in. I can see that for Plasma. Right. I can be like, okay, yeah, here I come. But then again, that would be me. Shoot, I know the season just wrapped. You want me to, okay, hold on, let me go pack my bags, honey. Y'all,
let me get some fabric together.
Listen, I tell people all the time, let me walk through them doors. Y'all thought Jujubee was going to... If they call me, I'm coming. The only way I'm going to say no is if, mentally I'm not doing well. Or if, like, say something in my personal life is going crazy, like, family or friends, sickness, whatever. That'll be the only... If I'm good here and my family and friends are in good mental health, I'll see y'all in a few months. Where are you going now? I'm going to Canada. Canada versus the world, honey, bye.
You said I gotta get my passport real quick. Hold on.
Oh, gotta get my passport. Why? Oh, I got invited for UK versus the world.
Well, you'll tell them after you get back.
Depends on who you are. I got invited for UK versus the world.
Risha, you gotta hold down the fort for a few months.
Because, you're not supposed to tell anybody, but at the same time, a lot of queens use designers. So it's, you're going to start putting 2 to 2 together. You need how many looks? You need them in 2 weeks. I'm going to start looking at the schedule. I'm like, now listen, I know UK versus the world is good. This were UK versus the world. Maybe Canada, they might be doing Canada right now. Okay. It's easy. Like, you can say it without saying it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we'll see you again, Plasma. We enjoyed you. I enjoyed you. I had a love-hate thing with Plasma this season. But I did like her on her way out the door. So, hopefully we'll see you again.
Usually we hate to watch you go, but...
Afterwards, they danced the stage like they didn't just crush somebody's dreams. And we find out next week that they will be doing Power. Looks like they're going to be doing another performance. Looks like another girl group situation where they're going to be writing verses. And my thing is this going to be the political challenge for this season? Because, she said, use your voice and all the other stuff. It sounds very political. And I'm like, usually they do some sort of, like, debate. Since it being an election year, they use some sort of debate, like, improv situation. Because they did it on 4.
Writers.
Yeah, they did. Okay, they can still... You don't need a writer for that.
I know, I'm just saying.
Because, they did it for season 4, 8, and 12, which were all election years, where they did an improv challenge where they were basically debating. They were candidates and they were debating each other. I hope we still get that, but if not, I guess we can get this. Maybe they don't want to go that route. I don't know. But Miss Banana's here and Miss Plain Jane. This is the reason I got this screenshot. Baby, y'all look good. Y'all look real good. And apparently she has some sort of reveal because you can see banana peels on the ground here. I like looking at stuff behind the scenes. Sorry. But yes, honey, that is our episode. Is there anything else you would like to add?
Nope.
Well, I say we wrap this sucker up. So where can they find you on social media?
You can find me at Cresha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.